What's going on, YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry and I am a crypto vet. Thank you for coming back and waiting. I'm so sorry it took so long. I completely built a whole new PC, which I posted pictures in the Discord, and thank you for everyone for making fun of my cable management. I was trying to work fast for you assholes, okay? I will fix it, I promise, I promise. But got this awesome PC. I got other parts ordered to make it all better. Been working on trying to get the audio mixer correct. That way I can start streaming. So that I'm using Voice Meter Banana, which now has all my desktop going through one digital virtual cable. Trust me, I thought I was good at computers, and this struggle has made me realize I am mediocre to shitty at best. But hopefully my voice sounds really, really good. There is a compressor and everything, de-esser and all that stuff going directly through my mic, so that way when I'm streaming, I do not have to use what the hell's that program? Adobe Audition to filter out a lot of the stuff, which will take out a lot of my editing time, since this was a one-man show before, but it is not now. Sign above, my friends made for me for my birthday to support me to keep doing this, and my other buddies are helping me with making the thumbnails, doing research, and lots of other stuff. So starting today, I'm back, and like I said, I've had other 3 or 4 videos planned and ready to do, so I'm gonna try to record those as quick as possible, and that's gonna include how to trade on Bybit, shorting positions, things like that, as well as how to just set up TradingView, because a lot of people are saying, you know, what the hell indicators are you using and what scripts and stuff like that, and I will go through all of that. I also have a new camera setup, so hopefully I look a little clearer, but we will just do our best here. I'm just going to put out anything, no matter what the video looks like today, as long as the audio is good, just so I can get some information out there. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and bring up CoinMarketCap and then switch up these screens. I'm still learning how to use Streamlabs here. Okay, so here on CoinMarketCap, we have that Bitcoin is currently trading at 11,469. It's up about 1.5% from where it was. It was down to about the 11.1-ish, 11.2 range, which is very, very bad. That's where our last support is before going down to probably test the 10.5 range. But let's go ahead and go to the charts and let's step back. So I got some lines on here. We're going to get rid of them. Go ahead and get rid of these Bollinger Bands. Right here is the monthly chart for Bitcoin. So we all know that previously, before we were testing this trend line here, we had a top, it was resistance, and we broke through it. This is the break of a 2.5-year support line. All right, but what's going on right now? If we go this way, what is holding us back? If we see here, this was our first dump back after 2018, I believe. Yep, October, November 2018. We came up, we got resistance here, broke through, then we had the Rona hit, and it's weird that this lines up right there with like a double resistance, which would have been really, really hard for us to break through. We had our Corona dump, we came up, we broke this line, which was perfect again, but now we're coming up and we're finding resistance, and now it looks like we got 5 days and 5 hours left in the monthly candle chart, and it looks like we're kind of making this little doji here. Indecision. We don't know what we want to do. Don't know if we want to go up, don't know if we want to go down. But having this monthly candle here close above would be another monthly candle close that is above our previous monthly candle closes. So this is a really, really good thing. But in this monthly candle chart, we can see that our RSI is in a good spot from down below 70. And if we go on the MACD, we just had a cross on the monthly MACD. So this is very, very bullish. Well, if we look, we didn't stay above it very long over here, right? So are we just doing this again, or are we going to go crazy? Well, I still think that we are going to go up crazy, blast off. But to do that, we are probably going to go down a little bit first. How much we go down, is going to dictate how high we can go up and how fast. Those two lines that I drew before are now transferred over to the weekly candle chart, and we can see how strong it was at several places. And you know, we could adjust it now that we have, you know, better idea of where it was. That lines up better to here, lines up more candle bodies here, the tops of these here, the very, very top where we had a lot of struggle, and then pop through this one, wrote it, and now we're riding the bottom of this one here. So trying to figure out which way we go. So I am going to just figure out where some of our long resistances are and strength. So if we come way back here, right around the 11.5-ish range, where I drew that line where we're currently at right now, has been a resistance line. We have not used it for support except for 1, 2, 3-ish, maybe 4, right? And possibly 5, 6 now. So 6 weeks out of the history of Bitcoin have we actually been above this line. Holding this line right here could be really, really good for us to break above this long-term resistance line that most people probably aren't thinking is there, because we've been thinking about the other way down, all right? So looking at this now, I gotta go, well, shit, what's above us? As we look to the left, we know what strong resistances are killing us this way and supports are holding us up. But let's see what else we got. If we come back up to here, we know that if we go up to about the 14,000 range, that is where the next big level is. And then right in between us here, right around the 12,000 mark, let me get it pretty close, 12,000 mark, that's the number that we need to get over. That was the previous highs over here, except for the 13 and the one in between. But this is all that we're fighting through right now. And honestly, I think Bitcoin's doing a pretty good job, you know, fighting this battle and holding it where it is, especially with all the fundamental in the news, banks adopting different types of cryptocurrency, abilities to hold and store cryptos for people, as well as the IMF coming out with a fucking cryptocurrency commercial. And they literally said cuts out the middleman. The IMF is the middleman. You know, the International Monetary Fund, they are the middleman. And they just put out a commercial about Bitcoin saying, cut out us. We suck. Crypto's the shit. So, you know, like there's a lot of good news coming out. We can see here on the RSI that we are getting up to the overbought territory. The fear and greed index is in the 70s right now, and our MACD is still above it. So, you know, we have lots and lots of good things showing us here. But what is going to happen if we don't, right? So let's get just our line here at 11,000, 11.3-ish. I have 11.4. So right below that, we have the 11.1 area. So I'm going to trash all of this crap. We're going to get some stuff off of here, give us some room. And if we go back to the pattern that we had before that we were also bullish about, oops, first let's move to the daily, wrong one. Okay, so now if we move to the daily, and oh my lord, get off my screen. Make sure it's where you guys can see it. We originally had this, I cannot get this to work, stop. All right, there we go. Let's see here. We originally had that we were in this uptrend. I'm going to go all the way to the wicks. And the reason I'm including the wicks is because before we had our ascending channel around this range, right? Which was very, very good, right? Where we were bouncing in it. We had some wicks out showing that we were trying to get out of here. But what does it look like now? We can see in this ascending channel that we broke down out of it, and then now we're testing the top of it. And this is the daily, so you know this closes in 4 hours and 15 minutes. We could close out of this. Well, the problem with just saying your one pattern is good is like, well, what if somebody else has been trading like this and lots of other people have been, and you're just the smaller group, and actually we're just at the bottom of it, right? So what number do we have to break before all of us, no matter where you put your ascending channel is, before you're screwed, right? Well, I will tell you how at least I do it. So I like the horizontal rays just because, I mean, you have them on your crosshairs here, but if I just go to right here, this is at 10.5. This is where we came all the way down to, and this was in August 2nd here, right before my birthday. Well, this is our lowest low in this trend, right? So we've been creating higher lows as we go. Don't ignore that one for now. So we have one low and we have a higher low. We have a high and then a higher high. So we are definitely in an uptrend, right? Nobody's arguing that. But if this is our lower low and this is our higher low, once we break below that, or sorry, where is it at? I'm on the wrong spot. Sorry, right here. Getting the fact of just getting rid of that wick, sorry. Pretending that we are still in this other trend. Let me scroll it up here. I'm losing track here because I've been going crazy trying to fix all these other audio stuff. I can't even think straight here. So ignoring just this wick here, we've been doing higher lows. Well, if we look to where the bottom of this breach is, and I'm just going to draw a horizontal line right at around 11,000, you can see that this is where we came down and we got really close. We hit right at 11.1. Well, why is 11.1 so important? Well, if we scroll back a little bit, and I'm going to go to 11.1 back here, we can see that this is where we dropped. Let me put it on. 11.1, right? So it's a very small window here. But if I go here and put it up, we had this as a very strong area of resistance and support coming down here. So this 11.1 has previous history. It is currently right in the middle of what we are trying to break through right here, and it is where we tested with this candle wick here. And you can see it was an area of indecision and an area of resistance, this 11.1. So this 11.1 is at the top of the entry into our ascending channel here. So the whole point I was trying to get to is 11.1 and us closing below that. So if in the next 4 hours and 45 minutes, if we drop to below 11.1, around the 11,000, I would definitely expect another test of the 10.5 from here. So if we come down to here, I expect another test to there, which is right here at the 10.5-ish. And that I expect to hold very, very strong. If it doesn't, well, shit, we're going down. But just this motion down to here, I think is going to probably bring us up to here, down, and then take off. That's just my guess on what I think is going to happen now, because the market does need time to reset. It does need time to get back to a healthy state. You know, it cannot just keep going up and up and up. It's going to go up, it's going to come down, it's going to go up, it's going to come down. The goal is every time it goes up, it only comes down a little compared to how much it goes up. So right now, I'm just definitely watching this key point. I actually have my ascending channel drawn down to here because I am trying to trade this. I'm trying to short this right now. So I am trying to make sure my wicks and stop losses are set appropriately. The next step from here would be to bounce upwards if we do just stay in this pattern. And you know, right now, it looks like if we just came up to here, we could easily get up to about 11.5 by the end of the day, and we could start the next candle here, and this will just be a little detour that Bitcoin took. But if we bring up something else that was very, very interesting, and we're going to go back to the weekly, and this video is just going to be about Bitcoin. I'm going to start branching the videos up so that way if you don't give a shit about XRP, you don't give a shit about Ethereum, whatever, you can just go to each one's selected TA, because each one of the TAs will probably be 10 to 15 minutes, because I don't like to just tell you this is a point, it's a point. You got to understand what the hell you're reading and looking at. If you don't like that, go watch another fucking YouTuber, okay? I'm not that big anyway. I'm worthless, right? So if we come here, we can see on our weekly chart, we're doing good, but like the next 4 days, we potentially could break out of that ascending triangle, or ascending, I keep saying that, ascending channel. Just like we had before, just we had more candlesticks on the other one. But something that I brought up a while back is the historical volatility. And I'm going to bring it up again, because on the weekly, if we go to auto and we zoom this thing out, we have all of Bitcoin here, right? Take out my favorite little horizontal ray, and we're going to go to 40. And every time we have dropped below 40, let me get that off my screen. Here's a 40 right here. We went up. We dropped below 40. We were here from January 27th to February 17th. So not even a month. And boom, we've had this huge up rally. All right, the second we even touched it over here, we started consolidating sideways before we dropped below it again and shot up. And then way back here before we started the first big major rally, below 40. So the only thing that the historical volatility shows us is that a big move is coming, right? In this case, it's pretty much always been to the upside, because the only time historical volatility has gone this low is when we've been in a consolidation pattern before an explosive move to the upside. Now, if we explode to the downside here, I expect it to be picked up really quick, right? So that move will drop it down a little bit, but then it's going to sharply correct up, which is why back here in the middle, and I wish it would stop putting the damn things there. Let me see, right where the April is, where my cursor is, I'm going to move that area below there. We started to gradually go in, and if you play the replay of it, we had a little bit of a spike and then more consolidation, so it dropped down. And you can see this also, think of it like the Bollinger Bands, right? The Bollinger Bands is what our volatility can be. Right now, we're riding the top of the Bollinger Bands here. So to me, it would make sense to have a little bit of a correction down to our 21 or 20 EMA, whatever this is on the Bollinger Bands. And that would be, right around the 10,000, 10.5. We could have a wick down to 10, get out a lot of those crappy trades and stuff. So that way the market's on some fresh numbers. And then from there, have a shoot up. And from there, it's going to go fucking crazy, right? So I am still very, very bullish on Bitcoin. We look at all this volume we have below us, right at the 11,000 mark, 11.5, and there ain't shit above us. So like, if we do drop down, yeah, the price could cascade very, very quickly, but it'll cascade right back up. It's got to fill all those shorts. It's got to cancel out all those long positions. It's got to reset the market. So that's pretty much just my little 2 cents here on Bitcoin. I've been trading it, not trading Bitcoin, I've been mostly trading XRP just because I find it more fun. And I'm kind of hoping that I might randomly get in on the big drop down or the big drop up. And, with 20 to 30x, 50x leverage, you can easily make. But again, this is experienced traders only. You'll lose more money than you make, I promise. I bet it wasn't until about a month ago that I finally became positive on a 1.5 years of trading. So just my 2 cents. But that's it for Bitcoin here. There's a lot more other technicals that go into it, but if you want that kind of stuff, hit me up in the Discord, ask me any questions you want. The links will be in the description for the Discord. Like I said, it's completely free. Just come join me. Lots of other crypto YouTubers have Discords. Mine's much smaller, so you'll get my information a lot easier. But completely up to you. Just make sure you educate yourself in this market and do everything you can. Big things are going to happen. I definitely think that it's going to go down a little bit before it goes up. However, I think a lot of people are wrong about how low it's going to go down and how long it's going to stay there. Lots and lots of news coming out, especially with like XRP potentially bridging with Ethereum to solve the whole financial system with smart contracts and on-demand liquidity provided by both XRP and Ethereum. I will have another video out today covering my TA on XRP and Ethereum both, as well as how to trade in Bybit, since they are an affiliate and they do offer you some bonuses if you want it, again in the description. But please like, subscribe. I'm going to start bringing you much more content and try to teach you guys as much more as I can, as well as show you where to find the information. That way, if I'm not available, you can still get that easy peasy. All right, so I will catch you guys in the next one. Y'all take it easy.